Right, what's up, guys? Happy Wednesday or Thursday. I hope that you guys have had a good trading day so far. So I caught this nice little move on ES to the downside on my accounts at the moment. I've got one funded that I'm trading at the moment, well, two funded, but I traded one today and a couple of challenges. So I'm trading obviously the challenges a lot more aggressively. So I was down yesterday, and we can speak about that. I took a silly trade on YM on one of my challenge accounts. So end of the day down yesterday. I tried to short it late after stream yesterday. And then when was that? Today, I'm up currently at the moment across my funded and challenge over 9K. Half of that's probably more than half of that's challenge accounts. So yeah, I got that payout that's due for on Monday. And then yeah, we can go from there. Right now we are bouncing. So I'm glad that we got I was quite aggressive on the profit taking yesterday, but I want to speak about that silly trade that I did take on late yesterday on YM. So we'll speak about that. Let's just put this in. I took the ES shorts, so we can put that into my journal. And then obviously I'm going to be trading that GoChamp account. I tried the shorts on them too after, from stream. And then obviously I didn't really look at it, to be honest, afterwards. I'm trying to just go full send on that account. So make sure to go check out the GoChamp competition account. But that is currently down as well, but that's a free tournament-based account. So we'll see what we can get. Bitcoin, I might look to take actually a long here on Bitcoin. We are rising up, so we'll see if I can get along on that, like there, off the lows. So let's see if that can actually play out while we are on stream, just attacking this challenge-based account with GoChamp. So make sure to go check them out. We'll put it like that. Put a link in the chat for the guys. But yeah, any questions so far? Any questions or anything like that in the chat? So my main accounts still green on the week. I just want to go over my week so far, and then we can speak about that silly trade that I did take late yesterday on YM to the downside. So yeah, unfortunately got stopped out on that, and it was quite aggressive on the, I must say, I was pretty aggressive on the entry too. So on the sizing. So I tried to short, where was it here, like this, and ended up getting stopped out. I had my stop loss like that, but I wanted to take it off the opening range high. Ended up getting stopped out on it yesterday. I know I was in some shorts as well, right? So yeah, unfortunately, not to be. Trying to short off the orb high. Aggressive risk on a challenge account. So yeah, unfortunately, was not the prettiest of trades yesterday, and paid the price. So yeah, we'll get that marked up as well. Just going to do some journaling and markups while we see if that Bitcoin long plays out, but let's go like that. So took that like this. Okay. I tried this YM short late yesterday on a challenge account and got stopped. Okay, there you go. And then obviously today's trade, much better in trend with the view app. So those are always going to be my best trading setups. In trend with the view app is definitely obviously my best. Too aggressive on the challenge, right? So that was a little bit of an annoying one. And then obviously today, right, Thursday, much better when I trade in trend. When I trade in trend with the view apps, a lot better. When I trade view apps, with view apps, it makes things a lot more simple. Good lesson. Okay, so there we go. So when you do trade with trend, it makes it a lot easier. So just some good lessons, good lessons from my trading this week so far. So as I said, I've got that payout on Monday, and then I'm trading one funded account and two challenge accounts at the moment. And that's going along pretty nicely too. But again, just if I can just go over my trades from today compared to yesterday, okay, you can clearly see that when I trade in trend with the VWAPs and opening range, it's a lot easier compared to when you're trying to fade them. So great lesson in there. And we can also go, let's go to my dashboard. Let's go to year to date. We can have a look at this. Okay. Now I trade the challenges very aggressively. So maybe it was a little bit too much risk of the last 2 days. I will be looking to bring it in. I'm trading like 2-3% risk on them. So we'll keep it intact. Okay. And I think it's a great learning lesson from today heading into today, from today compared to yesterday. Trade and train with the VWAPs. Keep it as simple as possible. See, how's everyone going in the chat? Let me know. How you going? Let's have a look. How you guys going in the chat? Yeah, so just again, like just simple, learning from my mistakes. Let's just have a look and see, okay, that Bitcoin trade not doing too great. So trying to just, trade the aggressive price action movement on this, but not looking too hot at the minute on this tournament. This is a tournament-based account, so I've got to swing hard on it. But just my lessons from yesterday heading into today. Yesterday, I tried to short off the VWAP, okay? And yeah, it just didn't work. And compared to trying to trade back towards the VWAP compared to today, trading in line with that trend just a lot easier, So yeah. I did speak a little bit about this on my stream today too, but let's speak about it over here. ES is in a range at the moment. Look how we are trading at. Okay, let's go like this. Let's just save that. Look how we are trading now back at pre-market lows. Remember, I always speak to you about the 4 levels that I look at every single day: pre-market highs and lows, and previous days highs and lows. Look how we are now respecting that. Okay, so please keep that in mind. NVIDIA and Tesla are also green on the board, so we have to be aware of that. Okay, so we are also sitting at weekly VWAP. Okay, we are sitting at weekly VWAP, and this is start of week VWAP. Okay, start of week VWAP. So keep that in mind. Okay, that's literally the anchored VWAP to the start of the week. Okay, so let's just have a look how that. Yeah, so it's getting stopped out on that Bitcoin long, unfortunately. So yeah, but make sure to go check out the GoChamp, this tournament-based account that I'm trying to run up and be aggressive on. It's obviously free, so you got to be aggressive on them. But sponsored by the CME. I'll get it up here for you guys. There you go. So make sure to go check it out. I'll put the link in the chat again. But I think there's been some good lessons from the last couple of trading days, just in terms of keeping it simple, trading in line with the trend as much as possible. Now let's go to view my day. Okay, so yeah, lots of things to unpack from that. But I think the most simple one is just staying in line with VWAP and keeping it as simple as possible. That's going to be the easiest thing to basically take from there. Okay, let's go like this. Okay, let's go like that. Yeah. Reminder, guys, it is also Friday tomorrow, NFP. Okay, so Friday tomorrow we do have NFP. And now the H4 screen is predominantly leading short bias today. So I would ideally like to be covering shorts, but there is a good amount of bullish momentum on some of these stocks, like the opening candle continuation. When I have mixed reviews like this, it definitely does beg the question of, are we going to see a little bit more of a chop there? So that is definitely something that we can take into account, right? When there is a little bit more of a from the data back side of things, from Edgefill, when there's a little bit of a mixed indecision in the markets, maybe we are best, to actually stay flat. So that's something that we can definitely learn from. Like this. Okay, so it's definitely something that we need to take into account. Okay, let's go like that. Look at the data. Some of these stocks are in the first hour bullish: Amazon, Meta, Nvidia, and that is very, very important when looking at a bias. When we have a little bit of a mixed review, we don't want to be doing that. We want to have more clear trend. Okay, so let's go like this again. Like that, copy link. So we definitely could be looking for some shorts here of that New York session VWAP. Okay. Back down towards the lows. Again, we just have been making, it's been a little bit more indecisive again. So what can we learn from a day like today? Well, when we have indecision in the market, where we got a little bit of green and red across the board, follow through trades aren't going to work. You want to be looking to book profits. It's as simple as that, right? You don't want to be looking for extension or moves like today. Could lead, so choppier day. So look at that. Okay, so a little bit of mix could lead to a more choppier day, and those follow through trades aren't going to work as nice as we want. So this short here, maybe off at 843, back down towards the lows, could be quite nice. I'm probably going to stay flat the rest of the day, though. There we go. So we're getting a little bit of follow through. Nasdaq's been struggling at this 25K level to kind of hold. I had an idea here for the shorts. But Nasdaq, yeah, it's still favoring. I am still favoring the short bias for sure. Okay. There we go. So NASDAQ coming lower. Now, the NASDAQ, maybe a move back towards that weekly VWAP 870 could be a good target. The YM has been a lot easier trade today. Look at this on the YM. We are absolutely melting. I had a nice idea on that, down 500 points from there. So definitely are favoring the shorts here today. Sorry, I was, however, saying that breakout trades haven't been working on ES and NQ right now. And that could simply be because we got that mixed screener. But let's have a look here. NQ starting to throw a little bit of maybe like a continuation play at the moment. ES now breaking now down to those lows. Okay, so this was a nice, great bounce off the New York session VWAP. Like that. Let's see. That was a nice little bounce play. So again, when I do find the days that we take trades in the trend of VWAP, it's a lot easier, right? I say NASDAQ is starting to slide here. NVIDIA is starting to tip over as well. So we are definitely starting to slide here. Maybe taking a position at these lows aren't bad on the NASDAQ if we do want to fall further. Will be interesting to see what we do get. Let's have a look here. So I'll make sure to ask your questions in the chat. I'll make sure to get through to them. How does the anchored VWAP, let's go like that. How does the anchored VWAP, let's go like that again. How does the anchored VWAP from New York session start automatically or do you manually enter it? Yeah, that's a good question. So I have an indicator. It is free. It's called the ASFX free automatic VWAPs and key levels. So it's there. Have a look at the screen there. That is it there, right? I might look to take a trade short here on the NASDAQ. It is starting to tip over here with NVIDIA and that rolling over too. So I'm going to try a short here. Let's see if we want to slide past these lows. So that's the free indicator there for that question in the chat. So I'm going to try to short at this. If we don't want to break through it, then obviously I will look to get out. But we are starting to tip over on NVIDIA and ES also now trading lower. The NASDAQ looks like we could come back to 863. So I do like that level. To trade short towards. Okay, so that's my position right now. I can't take it on that GoChamp account. Unfortunately, I'm locked out for the day there. But make sure to go check them out. The free tournament-based accounts. Really, really cool. Okay. Yeah, 100%. Is it working for your side? So make sure to check that out. Let's see how, yeah, there we go. So we're sliding now past on the NASDAQ. Okay, so let's make sure to put this in my journal as well. NQ shorts. Okay, NQ shorts. Yeah, nice. This is great. Yep, perfect. So I think we also, if we can get a nice closure on like a 5-minute time frame through the lows there, I think we could definitely start to slide that. Nvidia is now down 0.62%. We're sliding on the other indexes too. So it looks good to continue lower. I definitely do like this position. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So you got all, yeah. So you get all the VWAPs and everything there. That's obviously going to be great for you. So I would like a nice closure below 940, basically. Call it 940. Yep. Tesla as well starting to rotate down lower. So I really, really like these continued shorts now on the NASDAQ. I know the first hour was a bit choppy, so this is sometimes where you can get moves later on in the trading day, especially if the first hour was a little bit more choppy and that. But I am wary that we might not get a follow through because of the mixed data on the edge fill screener. So I am wary of that for sure. Okay. So I'm wary of that for sure. And then, as I said, that account with GoChamp, I'm locked out for the day. So we'll have to see what we can get on that tomorrow. I'm live with them every single day, 12 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure to check them out. The link is over here. Okay. And we'll, yeah, over there like this. Okay. Make sure to follow my social media accounts. The QR code is there at the top as well. Yeah, this is great. Perfect. Appreciate you guys being on. Yes, sir. So as I said, I think if it closed below 940 on the NASDAQ, we could definitely see some further downside continuation. That's my what I'm hoping for, but we'll see what does happen. Nvidia and Tesla starting to rotate lower. Yeah, Nvidia and Tesla definitely starting to rotate lower. Nvidia now down on the day quite heavily. There we go. So we should get some follow through here. I don't know if we've got any like breaking news. I normally use Financial Juice for any breaking news. So yeah. Breaking news. So nothing at the moment. Let's just refresh this. So again, just to go over my lessons so far this week, started to trade. I got locked in a pair to one of my accounts, and I've got a I just traded a challenge yesterday, and I took a short just unnecessarily. Try to fight the VWAP, right? Don't need to be doing that. Not on stream for that tournament based account. I'm trying to take trades. Sure, you guys can actually execute in that, but should really just be waiting for my base setups. And yes, today again, just an in-play trend with VWAP, same as what I'm taking now on the Nasdaq. So hopefully that helps. Just sticking in line with that VWAP is just a lot better. There we go. So if we can get a 15-minute closure at these lows, that would look really, really nice for the shorts. YM is absolutely melting today. My goodness. please. Yeah. So, okay. So I've got the ES shorts. I've got the NASDAQ shorts now. I do want to mark up the YM shorts as well. I'm wary of this level though if we don't break through it. Okay. Because we have been respecting it all morning. So we'll keep our eyes on the lookout for it. But I do like that we are getting our extension down on the Nvidia, Tesla, and all the Mag 7 stocks as well. We aren't looking particularly bullish. Again, make sure to go check out the GoChamp tournament based accounts over there for you guys. Sponsored by the CME, so yeah, go check them out. Here we go, NQ966. As I said, 15-minute closure we got in the next 2 minutes. Down at these lows is what I'll be looking for. Would be really, really nice. Yeah. Any questions in the chat, guys? I know we had quite a busy chat. When was it? Yesterday and the day before. So just let me know if you got any questions or anything like that. As I said, I think if we can get past 940 on NQ, we could definitely see new lows. There you go. Nvidia's something's happening. Something is happening, and Nvidia's just slid. Nvidia's sliding. There you go. NQ should start to melt too. Bit of volume and volatility right now. Yeah, Nvidia is sliding here, guys. Look at that. Nvidia is sliding quite aggressively here. Yep, look at that. Nvidia down from 182 down. Yeah, we're sliding quite heavily. Here comes NQ. NQ should follow suit now. There you go, 930, 920. There you go. Yeah, we are starting to slide now. 930, we close underneath 940 now. There you go. Yeah. So we see my stop, I have it actually at about 25,050. So I actually should bring that down a bit, just above the daily VWAP. So 25,070 with different pricing on the CFD pricing there sometimes straight on. But Nvidia now sliding. Nvidia sliding. Yeah, Nvidia now new low of day. There we go. Yeah, Nvidia absolutely melting. Something must be happening here. Let's go to financial juice. Yeah, Nvidia and AMD shipments, all nations would need US approval. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, there we go. There it goes. Markets can sometimes just move late in the session like this. Markets can just move late in the session like this. Very, very aggressively. So nice I'm going to cover some profits on that Nasdaq trade. Now we underneath 900. I'm up 70, 80. I'm up 80 points at the moment. So I'll cover that. I'll cover 75% of my position here. Okay, and we'll see what else we can get. Anyone else catch those shorts with me on stream? That's a pretty nice move, I must say. There we go. Yeah, that will do it. Cool. So I'm out 75% on that position. And we'll leave runners. Let's see if she's tanking now. Wow. Yeah, and that will add nicely. There we go. Anyone get those shorts with me? That's very, very nice. Simple. Just going again, just reading what markets are telling me. The video starting to slide. So I get short in line with view apps. Just those trades are just always going to be the best. Well, I'm down 2% now on the day. Yeah. Yeah, the VWAP bounces are clean now, that's for sure. Yeah, anyone take those shorts there with me? It was good. Damn, I missed like 2 inches because my loss today was scared. Was too scared. Damn, need to reflect. Yeah, Trev. Hey, good to have you on, Trev. Yeah, so I end up taking the short now again on the on NQ, and then I also had some shorts on ES just after stream. Oh, ES absolutely melting right now. But I took the short just after stream on that 5-minute closure back down and end up getting at the lows there. We bounce back and end up taking another short on the Nasdaq. So that's my day today. But I did I was going over it yesterday. From my trade yesterday. I took a late trade yesterday on YM, and it was just stupid. I was trading counter trend to the EMAs, the VWAPs, and opening range. So just dumb shit there. But much better trading day today. That's on a challenge and a little bit overfunded, and then today on mostly challenge though and a little bit of funded as well. So yeah, it's hard not to be mad. I missed all those shorts. It can be, bro, but lock yourself out. Don't do anything stupid. Knock yourself out. Don't do anything that you will regret. But yeah, these shorts in the afternoon, that was very nice, I must say. Sometimes you can get these late afternoon moves as well, you know. Yeah. Yeah, I just got to reflect on the day, but not sure why I'm at because I know I trade often, so it's not even my trading time. Yeah, agreed. You got to stick to your trading time. Like if it's not your trading time, then you got to just stay focused on on when you actually do trade. You got to have a trading plan. Yep. There you go. So most, again, like on the edge full screen, everything mainly telling me to sell today. That's what also helps me keep bearish. Although there was a little bit of mixed bias, the market's telling me maybe stay more bearish than bullish. Y'all going to reflect on the day and come back tomorrow. Yeah, 100%. You always got to, there's always lessons, right? There's always lessons to be had and take from each and every single trading day. Again, the stream, go check out Go Champ. I'm live with them every single day, 12 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure to check them out. And yeah, appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys being being on with me. You mostly trade afternoon. I mostly trade after the first hour, I would say, Trev. The reason being is because I find I get more data after the first hour than I do in the before. So no, I mainly trade. I would say I'm normally done trading by like 1 p.m. Eastern times. Normally like the cutoff. If I do find a trade after 1, like in the kill zone stream with Zach, I'll trade small size. But most of my trading is done before 1. And how many days you go without taking a trade? Well, obviously last month I was on the road traveling, but normally like on Tuesday I didn't take a trade. So if you look at my dashboard here, okay, so like on Tuesday I didn't take a trade. Right, let's go like this. Like Tuesday I didn't take a trade. Yesterday I took a dumb trade against VWAP, and then today much better. So yeah, it just depends from day to day, you know. So yeah. But I normally would say I'm done by 1 p.m. I don't spend the whole day on the desk trying to catch every move. That's for sure. Yeah, some of the guys in my group getting great entries on those shorts. Okay, so you trade all with view apps. Yeah, 100%, Trev. 100%. That's exactly how I trade. All with view apps. I keep it as simple as possible. Yeah, exactly. Just yesterday doing dumb shit, honestly. Like, there's nothing more to really say about that. I'm just doing stupid things. Trying to trade late in the afternoon against VWAP on a challenge account, fair enough. But, you know, you still should have focus even on those accounts. Trying to fade it compared to my trades today, where you can actually see the ES shorts like in trend with break of the orb. We actually break the orb high, but I still like the shorts. We'll respect those pre-market highs. We come back down towards lows, and we get the shorts off of that VWAP there. And then now the trade that I just took on the NASDAQ, again, in line with VWAP too, right? So just keeping it as simple as possible. Now, I'm actually going to close all of my position here. Okay. The reason being is because we just haven't been seeing follow through recently, and we have had a mixed bias on the edge full screener. So I'm just going to get out in full, and we'll go from there. Would you short again? Not at these lows. I wouldn't get short at these lows personally. It's not a good entry price. Yeah, it's not a good entry price. We trading now. I'm on that position. I was up 100 points. So no, I wouldn't get short again at this price. At least for me, right? I've got that power coming with FTML on Monday, I reached their scaling plan as well. I can actually bring that up too. Let's go like this. So I've got two 100K fundeds and I've got challenges as well. I'm just trying to go for max funding with the FTMO, but I've got this payout coming on Monday, and then I've just got to wait for the time lapse to reach their scaling plan. So yeah. I wouldn't shorten this route to interview. Correct. Yep. How are you going, Trev? Any accounts close to payout for you? So that short puts me up on the day across mostly challenge, but also funded up over 10 grand. So yeah, almost 11. So it's obviously nice. Yeah, call it 11K. No, I only have the 150K instant at 4.1. I've been trading that for comfort 12 days, hoping to take literally. Yeah, nice. Let's go like this. I'll make a reel on this later on today, just speaking about my doing dumb stuff yesterday, trying to short against the view app. I could have maybe paused that FTMO account. What would your risk be on a 150K? So for the futures, I'm only trading with CFDs. For the futures market, though, I would say, like, are you asking per trade or per day? I would, on a 150K account, because you got 6K worth of drawdown. I'd rather you have like go per day. I would say like $1,000 of risk per day is adequate, because then you got basically 6 trading days. You'd have to lose 6 days in a row to lose that account. But the CFDs have they have static drawdown compared to the trading drawdown, if that makes sense. So still continuing to melt here. So that was a nice little trade on the Nasdaq. I'll take that for later afternoon trade. No, it isn't bad. Just sucks when I've been on a roll. Yeah, of course. Yeah, usually risk 1K down it. Yeah, because you got 6K worth of drawdown, right? You got 6K worth of drawdown, so you'll have to lose 6 days in a row to basically lose the account. Oh, the video really flipped here, down 2% now on the day. Look at that. Because of that news that came out with the chips, we just melted. Yeah, that was pretty aggressive. So again, make sure to go check out GoChamp, as I said. Their competition-based accounts. Yeah, shot for the plug, 100%. Sovereign Pulse, good to have you on. So as I said, a nice little trade on the Nasdaq. Did you check that with me? How do you find out about it? The GoChamp. This. Yeah. They reached out to me in my community showing about the competition-based accounts. And it's free, so why not? It is also sponsored by the CME. Yeah, nice. Thanks for the advice, brother. See you tomorrow. Have a good day. Yes, sir, Trev. Have a good one, brother. Cool. Any other questions in the chat? Trading, how's your guys' week been? Anything like that? Anything related to psychology? Okay, maybe go over that. But yeah, nice trading day today compared to yesterday. So yeah. Orange one. My son, he's been learning how to do a few things. He's just turned one the other day. You get the opening range. Technically, you get the opening range. Cool. Any other thoughts, questions in the chat right now, guys? Yeah. But yeah, we are now melting down under 820 on it. ES now back at 787 and continue to melt. I would say, you know, from a short perspective now, we could be seeing 730, 740 on ES. Yeah, that hourly does not look great for it. What's Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin now down 2%. Gold also following suit. Oil is up 6% today. Oil just been on a rip since the start of the week. Oil since the start of the week is up, from including the gap, is up 18%. Geopolitical reasons, obviously. But wow. Yeah, all-time highs on oil. Up here at 128 during 2022. That was when oil, let's go to the weekly, 1 week. Remember when oil went to zero? Negative, actually. This is a wild chart. Look in 2020 when oil went to literally zero. Negative $35 a barrel. Wow. Yeah, ES now melting. Nasdaq under 800. So I was mostly out of my Nasdaq position at 880. NQMAPI basing out at 786 weekly RB mid. Yeah. Yeah, we're at the weekly view app now. Actually, we reached the weekly view app on Nasdaq, which I spoke about on stream here before I took it. But nice little trade there. I really like that. Will be interesting to see what we get rest of the week. Fridays typically, if I also look at the H4 stats here. Okay, Fridays, if we go, let's have a look at this. Where's this thing at? Volume. Oh, the volume and range by weekday. So typically, as the week progresses, we get more volume in the charts. Like even let's go to like Nvidia, even which was obviously the big driver for the Nasdaq. As the week goes on, Thursday and Friday are the most volume, and this is in the last 6 months, most traded days. Now, if we go in the last 5 years, even pretty even in the last 5 years. Let's have a look at the last 3 months. Yeah, look at that. Thursday and Friday, the most traded, the most volume traded on Nvidia and Nvidia at least. So that obviously will impact the NQ. So a lot of traders want to come into the week and start gunslinging, but it's actually better to wait. So yeah. Cool, guys. So we got a couple more minutes here. If there's no other questions in the chat, we'll leave it there. But yeah, NQ still at 807. Yes, 7085. DAX again having an absolute rip of a day, 2%. We are sitting at the daily 200 EMA on the DAX. So you can have a look over here. Like that. We're down off the all-time highs, 8%. So we've had some very, very big down days on those indexes for sure. Any last questions in the chat, guys? Yeah, we've just broken 800 on NQ. Can I withdraw the $500 cash price from GoChamp account to my bank account? I'd have to ask a team. Team in the background, can they do that? You'd have to win first, obviously. But I'm sure they got the payout methods and everything like that. Cool, guys. We're going to wrap up here in the next couple of minutes. I appreciate you guys all being on. And yeah, have a good rest of the trading day. Make sure to go check out GoChamp. Okay. Sponsored by the CME. Free tournament-based accounts with cash prizes up for grabs. Appreciate you guys being on. We'll wrap it up here in the next couple of minutes if there's no last questions. But yeah, appreciate you guys as always. Wow. DAX just melting. Even DAX in the New York session down 200 points. Last week I was ranked first, but got eliminated. Yeah, you have to speak to the team on that. I think there's an email. You should be able to get in contact with them. Contact. So get in contact with them. But the group should, the team will get back to you. Cheers, guys. We'll see you all on tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern time. And yeah, have a good rest of the trading day. Nice shorts here on the NASDAQ. End of the day. We'll see you guys all then.